You felt it, the invisible pull, the ache that never fades, even when the world tries to make you forget. There's a reason for that. The angels say, He thinks of you in the quiet moments, when no one is watching. And in those instances, your name echoes louder than His pride. You were not just a coincidence in His life. You were the interruption, the divine intervention. He thought He could move on, that time would melt away the feelings. But you, without even trying, awoke something sacred within Him. A knowing. A memory from before this life. Something He hasn't dared to name, yet. There's a love quietly nestled beneath His choices. It's been there long before He admitted anything, and it's starting to grow louder. He attempts to carry on, but his soul keeps circling back to the moment it first recognized yours. The angels reveal, God placed you in His path not to fill a void, but to break a cycle. To bring light into places He kept locked away. You stirred the air in His chest. And now, no matter how fast He runs, He hears you in His breath. You didn't come into His life to be forgotten. You came to be remembered. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. There's a reason He hesitates, a reason He pulls back just when you think He's about to open the door. The angels whisper, He carries invisible wounds, some inflicted by others, some He has brought upon Himself. Wounds that taught Him to love with walls instead of arms. He learned to survive love, not to receive it. And you're different. You didn't demand anything. You simply existed. And that frightened Him more than any past heartbreak. He's not distant because He doesn't care. He's distant because He cares too much, and doesn't know how to handle what He feels. You reflect what He buried. Your light causes His shadows to tremble. The angels say, there's a part of Him that believes love must be earned. And you, in your grace, shattered that belief. Because you gave without expecting anything in return. And that made Him feel unworthy. He hides behind logic. Behind distractions. But deep down, there's a boy who never learned how to be fully seen and still feel safe. Now, standing in the presence of someone who truly sees him, he is both drawn to you and paralyzed. Not because you're too much, but because you're everything he never thought he could hold. He may be lost in his own silence, but you, beloved soul, must not dim your light waiting for him to find the switch. The angels remind you, your love is sacred, but so is your energy. And it is not meant to be burned, trying to keep someone warm who's still learning how to feel the sun. Yes, your love is powerful. Yes, you awakened him. But you were never meant to abandon yourself while waiting. The truth is, he feels your pull even when you say nothing. Your presence lingers in his thoughts like an unanswered prayer, yet deeply felt. Still, the journey of another cannot become the place where you forget your own. The angels ask, when was the last time you chose yourself with the same passion you hope to be chosen with? Because you deserve to be met, not just longed for. He's watching. Even from afar. He sees how you keep showing up for yourself, and that, more than anything, is what calls to him now. Not your longing. Your wholeness. You are not here to rescue him. You are here to remember that your heart is a sanctuary, not a waiting room. There's a reason he flinches when you look at him with tenderness. It's not because he doesn't want your gaze, it's because in it, he sees too much. The angels say, you've become a mirror. One he didn't ask for, but now can't avoid. You reflect the man he could become. The one buried under fear, patterns, and guilt. Your presence doesn't just stir attraction. It stirs confrontation. Every time he feels your love, he has to confront the parts of himself that still don't believe they deserve it. And this, dear soul, is where it becomes the most challenging. Because to truly love you, he would have to let go of stories he has clung to for years. Stories of failure. Of feeling inadequate. Of shame. But you, unknowingly, illuminate every lie he told himself to survive. The way you believe in truth without needing control, in love without needing proof, shakes the very foundation of his being. The angels whisper, He didn't expect to meet someone like you. He didn't expect the truth to wear your face. And yet, every time you're near, his soul leans in. Not just toward you, but toward the man he fears to become. Because he knows, loving you would demand his full truth. And truth, though frightening, is the only thing that could ever set him free. Something is shifting. Quietly. Slowly. But undeniably. The angels reveal, he no longer sleeps through his own heart. Because you woke it up. He doesn't talk about it. He might even pretend it's not happening. But deep within, his soul is trembling towards something it has never touched before. You were the invitation. Not to romance, but to remembrance. He's noticing the smallest things now, how certain songs remind him of you, how silence feels heavier without your light, how peace visits when he thinks of your smile. It's not that he planned it. It's that the soul never forgets what it's meant to awaken to. And in you, he found that memory. The angels whisper, he started questioning things he once accepted. Desires he never named are now loud. Fears he buried are now restless. Because something inside him is changing. And you were the spark. This isn't just love. It's revelation. And though he resists, the current is pulling him in. Soon, he'll stop swimming against it. And when he does, he'll see what the angels have always known, that what you stirred in him wasn't confusion. It was truth. He leaves. He comes back. He disappears again. And you wonder, why? The angels whisper, it's not rejection. It's retreat. Every step he takes toward you feels like surrender, and surrender frightens a heart that's learned to defend itself. He's not playing games. He's trying to manage a fire with bare hands. And he's never learned how to handle heat that soothes, rather than burns. Each time he pulls away, it's not because he stopped feeling. It's because he felt too much. The angels reveal, he never learned that love could be safe. That intimacy didn't mean losing himself. That simply being together didn't require him to perform. So he runs. Not away from you, but from the reflection you hold up. The closeness that says, you don't have to pretend anymore. He tries to rebuild his walls. Tries to forget. But your essence seeps through every crack. Because you didn't invade, you invited. And even when he turns his back, a part of him always remains. This cycle isn't a sign of his indifference. It's proof of your impact. The angels say, his return isn't just a habit, it's a craving. A longing for the only place he's ever felt both seen and safe. Even if he doesn't know how to stay just yet. He keeps coming back. Because something inside him knows, you are home. Your love was never loud, but it was sacred. The angels say, you didn't just love him. You healed him. Without effort. Without expectation. Without even realizing the depth of your own power. He expected to be desired. He didn't expect to be understood. And that unraveled him. You became a quiet refuge in a world that always wanted him to be someone else. He began to soften, before he even noticed it. Began to need less armor. Began to want more truth. The angels reveal, he doesn't fully grasp why he feels safer in your silence than in the clamor of all his past comforts. But he does. Your presence doesn't heal his wounds. It invites them to breathe. You didn't tell him how to change. You loved him as he was. And somehow, that's what made him want to grow. This is not ordinary love. It is a balm. A light. A force that slips through the cracks and says, even your brokenness is worthy of affection. And now, even if he never finds the words to say it, he feels it every time he thinks of you, that being loved by you didn't make him someone else. It made him more of who he truly is. You've questioned the timing. The silence. The ache. But the angels lean in now, tender and certain. None of this is random. All of it is sacred. There is a divine rhythm beneath every pause. A heavenly choreography to each delay. He may not understand the pull yet. He may still wrestle with his doubts. but his soul is being guided, just as yours has been. You were never walking alone. The angels reveal, this journey is part of a larger plan, crafted not to break you, but to bless you. The space between you two is not empty. It's filled with the work of heaven. He is being prepared, not just to return, but to recognize. Recognize what you've always seen, what you've always known. That this connection wasn't born of convenience. It was born of calling. The angels whisper, delay is not denial, and detour is not dismissal. It is God creating alignment, within Him, within you, within the time that holds you both. You are not forgotten. You are positioned. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. There's a moment right before someone lets love in, a trembling, a question, a breath held too long. The angels say, he's standing on that edge. You see strength in him, but beneath that strength is a boy who never learned that softness could be safe. He wants to come closer. He wants to speak. But each time he tries, something ancient grips his chest. Not because of you, but because of what love once took from him. He fears not your heart, but his own unraveling within it. The angels reveal, every time you show grace instead of pressure, it cracks something open in him. Every time you remain kind when others would demand, it builds trust he's never known. He's learning, slowly, that vulnerability doesn't mean collapse. It means release. But this takes time, tenderness, and your light is teaching him, not through speeches, but through presence, through stillness. The angels say, he is closer than you think to choosing courage over defense. It might not look the way you imagined. He might stumble through his own feelings. But each time he dares to be real with you, it's a victory. And one day soon, the walls will crumble, and you will see the soul beneath the fear. Perfect love casts out fear. 1 John 4 verse 18. Not all love arrives clean and clear. Some comes tangled, in pasts, in doubts, in questions that have no tidy answer. But the angels say, even the tangled is holy when it's true. You've waited without chains, hoped without demands, held space for a love that had to find itself first. That is not weakness. That is sacred strength. He may never love the way stories promised, but he's learning to love in a way that's real. And that, dear soul, is what endures. The angels reveal, you are not losing time. You are learning to love without needing to control. And in that, you've already won. Let this chapter be the one where you stop trying to rewrite his narrative. And instead, let the story unfold. You do not have to prove your worth. You do not have to chase what is already yours. Some loves grow slowly, but when they bloom, they are unshakable. And if he is meant to rise to meet you, he will. Not because you waited, but because you never left yourself in the waiting. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10.